All right, class, this is number 73 on page 308. All right, so we're supposed to figure out what this point is and what this point is. There is a diagram for it. It's right below the problem. So maybe that's your issue, is that you just don't know what this looks like. Maybe after you look at the diagram, you can figure it out. But if not, maybe you can pause it at this point, take a look at it. But if not, I'll keep going here. So I drew in just this line here, and we know this angle is 30 degrees. So how do we figure out this point? Well, if I just take that out, I can make it a right triangle. This is 30 degrees. To get to this point, I'm going to have to go a distance of x1, y1, right? Wouldn't that be how you get to that point? Now the next part you're going to need, this is just like the unit circle, except the distance from here to here isn't 1. They tell us the distance is 56, because up to this dotted line we have a distance of 56. So anywhere on this dotted line, that's 56 units from the center. In fact, I think it's centimeters. Yep. And same with this one. All right. So this distance is 56. So to find y1, I'm going to use sine. So the sine of 30. And I'm using sine because this is the opposite and this is the hypotenuse. SOHCAHTOA. Or this is the y value, this is the r value. Right? Either way you want to look at this. So I'm going to use 30 degrees, and it should equal the opposite, y1, over 56. Okay? Well, at this point I can put 56 up here. So it'd be 56 times sine of 30. And if I don't know what sine of 30 is, I can just put this into my calculator. However, we do know what the sine of 30 is. The sine of 30, so 30 degrees up, the y value is 1/2. So y1 is going to be 56 times 1/2, or 28 centimeters. Okay, so that's our distance in the y direction. How about the x direction? Well, the x direction, to find x, x is the adjacent. So if I use this angle, x over 56, it should be cosine. We'll switch colors, so it should be cosine of 30 degrees should equal the adjacent side over 56. And again, we're going to multiply both sides by 56, so you get 56 cosine of 30 equal to A. Cosine of 30 is the square root of 3 over 2 times 56. Well, we just found out in the last part that 56 divided by 2 is 28. So this is going to be 28 square roots of 3. So this is what x1 equals. Right, the distance in the x direction, so in that centimeters. So we just found this point, which is the same as this point, x, y. Now, that's half the problem. We also need to find this point. Well, this is 30 degrees, this is 30 degrees, and this is 30 degrees. What do you notice about this triangle and this triangle? They're both 30, 60, 90. And if they're both 30, 60, 90, then that means their lengths are going to be the same. So if I look at this length, that should be the same as this length. This is in the x direction. This is in the y direction. Okay? This length should be the same as this length. This is in the y direction. This is in the x direction. All right. So if you still have a question with this problem, I'll let you. You can ask it tomorrow in class. But hopefully by now you've got. Once you get this point, you should be able to figure out this point. All right. But don't hesitate to ask tomorrow if this is all the farther you get and you still can't figure this out. Okay. No problem. Hope this helps.